Good evening to all you wonderful people on social media. I'd like to welcome you once again to our program, Lester Real Estate Investment Time. And this is your host, Lester Weatherspoon, your realtor and investor, saying glad to have you again on this Tuesday evening. And we're always happy that you can join us for our program to get more information about the home buying process. So we're always glad to have you. So thanks again for taking time your busy schedule to come and join us. If you know anyone who thinking about buying or selling, please share this program with them. And just let us know if you know anybody who thinking about. We'll be glad to work with them, glad to sit and talk with them first and make sure that they are well informed and know exactly what they're getting into and how to move forward with the process. So we hope that you will at least listen and feel free if you have any questions, please just put in a comment below and we'll definitely respond to you in a timely manner. So glad to have you. And let's talk this evening about, in the past, I have spoken about this topic before too, but lately, I've been meeting with people and they ask me some questions and they need to go over some topics that I already talked about. And that's why you see me going over one of the topics again, because I think it's very key and crucial, especially looking at the home buying process, how to make an offer, or how to prepare a house to sell, and all those things. Those are key things you need to know. So on the weekend, I met some friends, and they were asking me again about to get more details about making an offer, how it works, and all that. So today I decided to just go over one more time, because maybe there are many others too who still want to know ask some questions, know more about how to go about making an offer, how to go about finding properties, and all that good stuff. So today we're looking at how to make an offer on a house if you want to buy a property. So if you know anybody who want to think about buying now or in the near future, please share this program with them, or just let me know and I will reach out to them, definitely. So now, home buying, first let me let you know, home buying is a process. It's not an overnight thing. You just jump out of day tomorrow and start running with it. No, you have to something you have to plan for. You got to plan for it and step by step make the journey. Yeah. So if you want to buy, you got to prepare to purchase. To purchase the property, you got to prepare. Now, the first thing you need to prepare to be preparing to buy, purchase a property, you need to make sure that you are in the position to purchase a property. Okay. Now, how do you get in a position to purchase a property? First, you got to save up some money. You have to first save some money towards being able to purchase that property. Now, while you are saving, I will encourage you also to meet with a lender. That the first thing to do, find out where you stand and how much a lender or a bank will approve you for to purchase a property. You see, because you can only buy within that parameter what you are qualified for. You cannot go above, because that means you're taking money from your own pocket to purchase. Because the bank will go by what you have been pre-approved for. That's what the bank will give you. So they want to know your income. Definitely they want to know your income. They want to know your credit history. They want to know your debt to income ratio. So that all things, you got to make sure that you work on those things when you're thinking about buying your house. Because if you're making $100,000 and you're in debt to $90,000, as far as the bank is concerned, you're only making $10,000. Then you can't qualify. So you need to bring down your debt ratio. You got to bring that ratio down. Make sure that you have cleared most of your debts, that you have incurred over the years. Make sure you try to pay them off. You try to clear them good to a larger extent, so it can qualify you put in a better standing. Make sure that your credit is good. You got to make sure your credit is good. You cannot plan to buy a house and your credit poor. You're not qualified. So you got to work on improving your credit. So these are things you need to do when you're thinking about buying a house. First, make sure that you start saving to purchase the home, because when you want to buy a house, there are two important costs you have to incur. As a matter of fact, three, because when you're making an offer, you got to do what you call an EMD, or earnest money deposit. So you make that initial deposit when you're making the offer. But after you have made the offer is accepted, there are two key things. You got to do a down payment, and you got to do your closing costs. So you got to save for those expenses. You have to save, But based on the market, then you can know how to play the game too. We'll come into that just now. But you got to prepare for it. So I encourage you, if you want to buy, start saving some money towards your closing costs and down payment. And the payment, your initial payment of your earnest money deposit, the EMD. And then start connecting with a lender. It could be a bank, it could be a mortgage company that will be able to pre-approve you for whatever amount you are qualified for. So those are the first key steps. Because the people come and say, I won't buy. So I ask, you won't buy? Are you being pre-approved? No. Are you working with a lender? No. Then you can buy, right? You're not ready yet. So we got to go back to find a lender to make sure you are being pre-qualified, how much you are pre-qualified for, and make sure you have some savings in your account to be able to purchase the property. So that's the first thing you need to do when you want to think about buying a house. Do your homework well, especially when it comes to your credit. Make sure it's up. If it's 680 and above 720, fine. 720, 780, good. You are in good book. But if it's in 500, some mortgage company will accept you, but not all. A few of them that I know have accepted as low as 580. A few that I know. But most, you have to be at least 620, 680 or above, 720, 780 or above. Though, then you're good. Then you're in a good position. Especially if you're a first-time home buyer and you need certain benefits, you got your credit card got to be in a certain bracket. You got to be in a certain area before you can get some of those benefits. So I encourage you, if you want to buy, work on your credit score. Make sure it's 680 or above. Then you show you're in good standing to at least to move forward. And then make sure you save some money to be able to move forward with the process to close. So that's the initial process. If you need any further information, if you need to meet with me one-on-one, just put a comment in the box below, and I will be glad to give you a call, meet with you one-on-one, give you more information, and see how best we can work together to make your dream come true, your real estate dream come true. Yeah. So that's the first step. Once you get that clear out of the way, you get that pre-approval letter, then you give that letter to your realtor. You find a good realtor. Then you got to go select a realtor that at least walk around with the market, at least know the in and out, and know exactly how to negotiate and all that, and be in your behalf. So when you get that good realtor, and I'll let you know, if you need a realtor and you don't have a realtor, I'll be glad to sit and talk with you. I'll be glad to work with you. My number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. I'll be glad to sit with you, glad to educate you, give you more information, and then see how best we can work together to make sure your real estate dream become a reality. All right. So once you get a realtor now, then your realtor knows how much you are qualified for. But let me say this, not because a bank qualify you for 300,000, 400,000, or 500,000, that means you must buy a property in that price range. You don't have to. I will always encourage you, buy a property within your own range that you're comfortable with. You see? Because if you're, what I tell my clients, if your husband and wife buy a property what we can use to know one person salary to be able to pay the mortgage. So what that means, if one person lost their job, you can still keep your house, maintain your house. You see? But if you're a couple and you got to put your finances together, you got to pay the mortgage, that's not a good idea. That's not a good way to go. Because one person lost a job, you will definitely lose that property. So when you buy a property, even though you may qualify for 500,000, make sure that's something that you all can afford, that you guys comfortable with. You can pay it without any screen on you guys. So make sure you do your homework well, and make sure you do all the calculation. Make sure you are something you can do comfortably, that you got to screen yourself. Buy within your means. You see, not because John Brown buying $500,000 house, that means you got to buy a $500,000 house. No, I would not advise you to do that. I would not encourage you to do that. Buy a property that you show that you are comfortable with to pay the mortgage. Yeah. So once you get that information now, then you get on a drawing board, see what you guys comfortable with, and then based on that, then you make the negotiation. But another key thing you all need to know also is, what market are you all in? Is it a seller's market or is it a buyer's market? If it's a buyer's market, then at least you got some little wiggle room to be able to move forward and negotiate. Because normally when there's a buyer's market, that means there are less people looking for property, and there are a lot of property in the market. The inventory is high. You see, you got a lot of houses in the market for sale, and there are people looking to buy. That's what it means when you say a buyer's market. So by then buyers in control. Then the buyer can come say, look, your house is 500,000, but I can pay 450. I can pay 475. Then you negotiate with seller. Yeah. But when it's a seller's market, it's a different ballgame. Because by that it means that there's a shortage of inventory on the market. I mean, you don't have many houses on the market for sale. And there are a lot of buyers out there looking for the few property that are on the market. Then it's a seller's market. You see? So you have to know first which market you are in. You know, then that will prepare you to know how to move forward. You know? So make sure after you have gotten your pre-approval, know exactly what you're comfortable with, ask your agent, what market are we in currently? Ask. And let him tell you whether it's a buyer's market, or let her tell you whether it's a buyer market or a seller's market. And then once you find out what market you're in, then you can come up with what strategy to use in order to make your offer. You see? So once you got all the information, you're well informed, then you can make a well informed offer. You know, make a decision that you know that will be good for you. You see? So it's important to know which market are we currently in. So make sure to always ask your buyer, your agent, are we in a buyer's market or are we in a seller's market? It's very, very important. You know, because you know if it's a seller market, you cannot negotiate, because by then the seller looking for the best and highest offer they can find. Yes, because by then in a seller's market, a seller will receive another 10, 15, 20 offers for that one property. And he's looking for the highest and best he can find. He's looking for the best loan term that he can find to accept. Because 9 out of 10 times when it's a seller market, the offers are always equal to almost the asking price or above asking price. You will never find anybody going below the asking price when it's a seller market. You will never find that. I tell you that. Because there are so many offers that the seller receiving. And as you look at them, when you see asking price, you just put it on one side. Below asking price, and not even say a question. He throwing it away in the trash can. So when it's a seller's market, be prepared to go above that asking price to make that offer. And another thing you make sure to, when you're a seller market, make sure you got a conventional loan. Because when a seller see a conventional loan and a FHA loan, most times the conventional loan will take precedent. They will take it above it. Yeah. So these are things you need to know, or at least to be aware of as you move forward, as you plan to to purchase a property. So know which market you are in, and then then that will help you know how to make an offer, how to negotiate, and all that. But it's a good thing to be well informed and know how to move forward with the process. So once you know what market in, then you can know how much to offer to make. Whether you should go above if it's a seller market, or whether you go below if it's a buyer's market, or whether you make the asking price if you really like the property. It all depends. But again, your agent should work with you to be able to make an informed decision. At least you know exactly what you are doing. You're not going at least to make take a decision where you don't know nothing about. At least you are fully aware and know exactly what you're doing. Now, the next thing you need to be mindful about when it's a seller's market, 9 out of 10 chances when they're a seller's market, most buyers waive contingencies. Most buyers who are making offers, because they really like a property, they waive their contingencies. And the two most important contingencies in making offer is the home inspection contingency and the appraisal contingency. Those are two special contingencies. So now, for the home inspection contingency, you say, I want to buy your property, but it be based on the home inspection report. That's what he's saying. Now, if because when you make an offer and you accept it, then you got to order a home inspection. So you get a home inspector who will come check the property to make sure whether it's in good condition to move forward. See, the home inspector come to find out all the faults that are wrong with that property. Whether the stove working well, whether the lifespan of the heater, the water heater is good. Whether you everything, you're checking everything, the kitchen, the bathroom, everything you're checking. See? And then he will let you know these are the things that are found with the house. Now you, based on the report, can decide, yes, I won't continue based on the report, or no, that's a way to get out. That actually what is all about. It's a way for the buyer to walk away from that contract with their earnest money deposit. Because if you walk away from the contract and you don't have a legitimate reason for walking away, that seller is coming after your earnest money deposit. Oh, they're coming after it. Always, most time, not always, they will come after it. Because when you're making an offer, I told you earlier, you have to make an offer with what we call consideration. Because it's offer acceptance consideration. The consideration is the earnest money deposit, called it EMD. Yeah. So when you're making an offer, you got to make normally 1% of the offer price. So let's suppose the price is $300,000. So you make $3,000 EMD. If it's $500,000, you make a $5,000 EMD. You know. So that's how it go. 1% of the sales price. You see. So, but the contingencies, which is the home inspection contingency and the appraisal contingency. So based on that, you can walk away from the contract as a buyer if those contingencies are not met by the seller. But if you waive the contingency because you like the property so much, you say, I will buy it, I don't care what condition, I will buy it. So that means whether it got major issues or whether it 100% good, you are stuck to that property. You have to buy that property. That's what it means. You see? So it's always good. I always encourage my buyer, but again, if it's a seller market, when everybody running after the property, waiving contingency, sometimes we waive contingency ourselves because of the competition, you know. But if there's no competition and if there's a buyer market, I encourage you to always make sure your contingencies are in place. Then you have that appraisal contingency and the home inspection contingency. The home inspector is to say, give you that report and say, these are the faults, and you can say, okay, based on the faults, I can negotiate with the seller to see how much he can fix, and then I'll still move forward. Or you can say, no, I'm not interested, I want to walk away. And you leave, and you get the earnest money deposit back. When it comes to the appraiser, with the appraiser, the back of the bank will only give you that amount based on the appraisal report. So let's suppose the offer price is $400,000 for the property, and the appraiser go to do an appraisal of the property, and he comes back to say the property is $400,000, but based on the assessment that I did of the property, it's only worth $375,000. That seller will have to get back on the drawing board and have to adjust that price to $375, or you can walk away. You can just send out notice based on the appraisal report. You have to make an adjustment to the property, bring it down to $375, or I walk away, and you can walk away free. But if the appraiser go to do his assessment, and he come back to say the property is worth $400,000, is on the market for $400,000, and it worth $400,000, you good, no problem. Or if it's above $400,000, then you're in good business. That means you are buying that property with, or you already buying the property with some equity in the property, which is good for you as a buyer. That means you're purchasing the property already that have value in it already. And that's a good deal right there. So let's suppose the property is $400,000. And a appraiser comes in, oh, based on the assessment, the property is $425. Ooh, jump up. Because I mean you have $25,000 already in that property. Good business. You see? Then you're rolling now. You got nothing to worry about. You see? So when you're buying, always, of course, the seller praying that you come to either the asking price or above, because once you come below, you got to get back on the drawing board. You got to get back on the drawing board to make sure the adjustments are made in order to continue the process. But once that people come back to say all is well, they're in good business. If you say it's the same asking price or above, then there's no problem. You can continue the process. Then definitely it's good. Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good thing. So as I said, and make sure when we buy in a house, always make sure for your EMD, you don't want to give 1% of what the asking price is. What price you agree on is. You know? So you give more if you want to really impress the seller, to make sure you gain more, get more favor. You can do that. You can go above. Let's suppose the property is $300,000. 1% of $300,000 would be $3,000. But some people give up to $5,000. Just to tell the person, look, I'm qualified. I have the money. I can do it. You know, you can do that. You can do that if you want. It's up to you. But again, it's your shot. You can make that call. You see. So, but you have to make sure that you're well informed and make sure all is well. You see. And then once that has been done and all that, you have all that information, you make your offer. Definitely, you have an agent that will ready to negotiate for you, that can ready stand up for you, come up with some good terms that, will be comfortable between a win-win situation where the buyer be happy, the seller happy, and you can move forward. That would be a great thing. You see? So, you make an offer, again, make the offer, and once that offer is accepted, then the process begins. That means you gotta get a inspector to come inspect it, get a home appraiser, the appraiser to come do the appraisal, and then from there you move forward towards the closing, and then you have your home, and you are happy. But in a nutshell, we're just trying to talk about what you need to do in preparing up to buy a house and what the steps in making an offer on a property. So, that's what the focus is today. So I hope this gave you some more information, at least you be more informed about the process. But if you have any doubt, you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call or text me. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Feel free to call or text me, or you can call me on my business line direct. It's 667-290-5051. That's my office direct line, 667-290-5051. Call me, text me, or you can put a comment in the box below, and I will gladly get back to you at my earliest convenience. So I hope this, at least beneficial to you. I hope you learned something. If you know anybody who's thinking about buying and where they want to can benefit, please share this program with them. Please share with them. You can just text me the number or put the number in the box below, and I will definitely reach out to them. and we'll be glad to sit and talk with them. And once we're all on the same page, everything good, I'll be glad to work with them also. But after they making an offer, that means you need to be well informed. You need to be well informed. You got to know exactly what you're getting into. You got to know exactly all these basic things so you can be able to know exactly what you're doing and where you're headed to, what you're going through. So, in short, this is how to go about making an offer. As I said, I met one or two friends over the weekend who were asking me these questions, and I decided to do this, just go over this again one more time, just to, for those who have not heard it, or those who still have a little doubt, to give some clarity, those who don't know at all, to be informed, to see how best we can move forward. But thanks again for taking your time. If you're watching the live, thanks for time. If you're watching the replay, also say thank you for watching the replay. And I look forward to seeing you again on next Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. I'm live here on social media with you. And again, if you have any question whatsoever, please don't hesitate. Please reach out to me, and I will be glad to answer your question, work with you, or do whatever you need to make sure all is well with you and yours. So have a nice evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And I hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. So I hope all the ladies were given their flowers and well treated and had a wonderful weekend. So take care, and I look forward to seeing you again on next Tuesday, same time, same place. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a wonderful week. And I'll see you again on next Tuesday. This is your host, Lester Witherspoon, saying bye for now. And I'll see you again on next Tuesday. Enjoy your day.